The fastest pit stop lasted only 1.82 seconds. Will this be broken? Back in 2019, Red Bull set a new Formula One record for the fastest pit stop ever during the race at Interlagos, Brazil. With a service time of just 1.82 seconds, the Red Bull mechanics managed to stop Verstappen's car and change all 4 tyres before sending him on his way again. 2 years later, and a number of fresh regulations have shaken up the table. Will his record ever be broken? In 3/4 of a second, the Red Bull team had already removed all the wheels of Verstappen's car, and just over a second later, Verstappen already had a brand new set of tyres and set to leave his pit box. It was his first pit stop during the race, and it was crucial in his battle to emerge on the track in front of Lewis Hamilton, who had already pitted and was looking to take the lead in Sao Paulo. Unfortunately for Verstappen, Red Bull's hard work in the pit lane was all for nothing, as he was obstructed by the Williams of Robert Kubica, that was dangerously released in front of him, forcing him to slow down and take evasive action. Kubica got hit with a penalty for getting in the way, and this resulted in Verstappen emerging behind Hamilton on the track. However, less than a lap later, Verstappen made the first of his 2 passes on Hamilton during the race, using his slipstream on the start-finish straight to regain the race lead. These ultra-quick times are a long haul from the early days of Formula One, when pit stops were less urgent and drivers had enough time to chat to their mechanics as their cars were being serviced in the pit lane. Benetton were among the first teams to look for the marginal gains in a pit stop with their quick times of around 6 seconds, including refueling, during the early 1990s. It was not until the early 1990s when the Benetton team started to use the pit stop as a way of gaining crucial time during the race and chasing marginal gains that its race advantages became clear. Although their pit stops of around 6 seconds at the time are extremely distinct compared to today's racing, they did also have to refuel the cars, but this practice is banned from modern F1 racing. The 2022 season is about to start, and fans, drivers and team members of Formula One teams are ready to battle it out again for the 2022 championship. The racing slates are clean now, and with the new rules, teams are expected to put on a great performance this season. The new aerodynamics have shaken up 2022 in Formula One, and one thing is the switch to bigger tyres. According to Red Bull's Christian Horner, it'll be much easier for the Red Bull team to break their pit stop record only if the tyres have not become bigger. Alongside a number of changes, Formula One decided to continue with 18-inch tyres for the 2022 season, and this is therefore the reason why it is unlikely to see a new pit stop record this year. By the middle of 2021, the times for pit stops had already become a lot slower because the FIA introduced a new rule midway through the season where the various crew members must wait for systematic approval before moving on to the next step. This has already made it virtually impossible to break the current fastest pit stop ever of 1.82 seconds. And this will be a lot harder in 2022 as the cars will get new 18-inch wheels. This will definitely have a big impact on pit stops because the wheels and tyres are now heavier and bigger. However, there are speculations about how pit stop times will be in 2022. While it doesn't mean that the times of the pit stops will deteriorate tremendously, it perhaps might only be difficult in the new season, and if new rules come later, we could see a leap in pit stop times. Initially, it'll take some getting used to for the teams and the members of the pit crew, but Christian Horner, Red Bull's team principal, is convinced that Red Bull Racing will still come close to pit stops of 2 seconds, even with the bigger tyres and wheels. Red Bull's Jonathan Wheatley, the person who is responsible for the pit crew, also has confidence in his men. In addition, there will be a lot of practice with the new tyres, because at the moment no team has been able to perform a practice with them yet. In any case, it can once again become an important weapon in the battle for the World Championship. Whether that 1.82 second pit stop record will be broken and new record set, there is no uncertainty that 2022 will be a rollercoaster ride for Formula One teams and drivers, and we're set to see that when the season starts in Bahrain. If you enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay connected by ringing that notifications bell.